In yesterday's video, we covered the rage and the outrage about BattleWorld. But in this video, we are going to do the acceptance and we are going to get down to the dirty business of winning BattleWorld. The best strategy to use when it comes to taking down BattleWorld as you climb the difficulties. Some of this is going to be more for higher level alliances, but I think that this information that I'm going to give out in this video is going to be good for all players of Marvel Strike Force. And I wanted to come out here and do this because I know that my advice has been used by alliance leaders and captains for years now. And I wanted to make sure I came out and gave some level-headed advice, which is probably in dire need as, it's easy to get mad about this. I'm mad about this. This isn't the way I want to live. The last 24 hours of dealing with trying to organize my alliance to get here has been a true pain and a chore and something that no human being should have to endure as a player of a video game. It's been untenable. And but I think we've finally come to a strategy. And I have a resource to share with you as well. The link will be down in the comments below. And I'm going to explain it a bit as well. But the basic, the surface level information, I know some people do not want to watch a long video. And I get that. I don't really care. My videos are long and they're packed with information. If you don't want to watch them, that's on you. But the basic point is there's no alliance other than maybe the top 10 BattleWorld alliances, which is not you. You're not watching this video. If you're in one of the top 10 alliances in this game, you don't need my help because everybody in your alliance has a 3-diamond tier 19 everything, and you don't need to organize anything. You just throw all your characters into Spec Ops and nip off to go play BattleWorld and probably have a much better experience than I do. But for the rest of us, regular humans out here and vampires playing this game, what you're going to need to do is skip 2 missions. There's no way around it. You can't fill up all 8 Spec Ops missions and go complete the regular missions and have the characters you need. It's just impossible. They haven't designed it to be possible. This whole thing is a lie. And it's not worth it. You can see here the points. After like 3 missions gets you 2,000 points. And then basically every mission after 3 gets you a very small amount of points. And at the very top, you get 5,000. However, you're going to lose a massive amount of points if multiple people in your alliance can't clear the missions, which is what's going to happen if you try to fill up all 8 Spec Ops. Plus, your alliance is probably not going to be able to pull that off. We ran through various scenarios of how to get all of our members to perfectly place their characters in the right rooms. And it all falls apart as soon as people jump in here and start placing their characters in here, no matter how well intentioned. You would have to micromanage this down to every single placement of every single character if you wanted to get this 240 out of 240 perfect placements. And it's not even feasible and it doesn't make any sense. Because a lot of these characters you're going to place in here, you're desperately going to need if you're going to push the higher difficulty levels, which is what you want to do with BattleWorld. You don't want to stay down low and focus on this Spec Ops thing. This is a trap. This is an absolute trap. Marvel Strike Force has been loaded with them for 6 years now, and this is one of the biggest ones they've ever set. I would say Spec Ops sucks and largely ignore it. But the one thing you want to, another great tip about this though, you do want to ignore this, but you don't want to ignore it so hard that you don't set your characters before you go do your missions. Because the number one thing you're going to want to do, I haven't played any missions yet, and I'm not going to, because the number one thing you need to do before you go play is you need to set your characters. Now, I've already placed 6 of my characters in here, and I had a high value character. I have a 6 red Iron Man zombie, which a lot of players, there's only like 5 players in my alliance that have that. So I had to set that character, and if I didn't set that character, we wouldn't have cleared that room. So I had to do that one, It looks like I gave up my Iron Patriot. That's going to be a problem for the Cabal nodes. I don't know, man. That's going to be a little rough for me today. But I'm going to make do. We're going to full skip room 4, and I'm going to explain that. And I would have skipped another room here, but I only figured out what we were fully doing until right before I shot this video, and I'm going to share it with you. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to complete room number 5. And as I go in here, I'm going to try to make sure to put my characters in here the right way. You kind of want to build this out so that you're not leaving any holes, if that makes sense. You can go in here and just randomly set your characters or try to pick the best ones. Really, me keeping Deathpool is a big help to me, so I'm definitely going to keep Deathpool because there's a Mercs for Money node that I want to use. So I'm going to go ahead and drop these characters in. We'll probably be able to complete that mission. I want to do that before I go do, because if you watched my video yesterday, I tried to play the nodes before I did my Spec Ops by consulting a spreadsheet before every single attack, and it sucks. So I'm going to have a lot more fun doing my attacks today. But my anticipation is I'm actually going to have a good time playing the game mode today. And I had a better time with Spec Ops today, although there's really no way to have a good time with it. It's an awful part of this game. But here's what I want to share with you. So it's my strong advice that every alliance out there skips at least 2 rooms of Spec Ops every single day. Never try to do all 8. Just never do it. Unless you're one of the top 10 alliances, you're an alliance and everybody's got tier 19 everything, everybody's got 3 diamond everything, then go fill them up and go bang your head against a wall all you want and go get number 1 position and the extra 10 materials that come with that. You idiot. But for everybody else, skip 2 rooms. And these are the rooms that I'm recommending. Now, I haven't done it in practice. My recommendations might change after doing this for a month or whatever. But analyzing this, and we've all already done Zone 1. We did it yesterday, right? I'm recommending skipping Mission 5 and Mission 7. And mainly that means in Mission 5, that's your Peter Parker. Going to want your Peter Parker. He's the cornerstone of Spider Society. You don't want to try to do that mission without Peter Parker on a high difficulty level. On a low difficulty level, who cares? But on a high difficulty level, which is what you want to do, you're going to need him. And then on Mission 7, it's Green Goblin Classic. And you're going to see this trend. It's these cornerstone characters. Today, it's even on this low difficulty level, I have people in my alliance who cannot clear the Mercs for Money node because they set Old Man Logan in Mission 7. We should have absolutely 100,010% skipped Mission 7 because if that person's stuck and they can't finish that mission, we lose 5,000 points. How many points did we get for clearing Mission 7? Like a few hundred. Okay, is it making sense? Spec Ops is a trap. Okay? So we're skipping Mission 7 because that's Old Man Logan. You don't want anybody doing the Mercs for Money node without Old Man Logan, or really anything without Old Man Logan. Then Mission 4, you also want to skip that because that has North Star on there. It has North Star and Dakin. So having Dakin and North Star, there's an Alpha Flight node. You want Alpha Flight for that. Now, Zone 3, this is tomorrow. I'm just saying skip Mission 7 and Mission 8, and there's just a ton of stuff in there. We got, I don't know if you can use them or not, but Mephisto's in there. There's Illuminati. Hank Pym is on 8. Shuri's on 7. There's Out of Time. Black Knight's on Mission 7. Captain America's on Mission 8. Like, you're going to cripple both of those teams if you do Mission 7 and 8 for whatever players do that. I wouldn't inflict that upon myself, and I wouldn't inflict it upon anybody else. For day 4, I'm recommending mission number 5 and mission number 6. Mission number 5, you got a note on there that is Apocalypse and his horsemen. If you don't skip mission number 5, you're going to lose Rogue and Morgan Le Fay. That's ridiculous. There's also an Undying node. You're going to lose your zombie juggernaut. I don't think you want to run Undying without its tank. That's a very bad idea. Don't do it. And then mission number 6 has an Old Man Logan on it, and there is an X-Men node. I think Old Man Logan counts as an X-Men last time I checked, and if he does, then you're gonna want him. You want him there. There's also a hive mind node, even if Old Man Logan doesn't factor into it. So you're gonna lose your Red Goblin, and on the X-Men node, you won't be able to use Nightcrawler if you do mission number 6. So skip that one. You're going to have to lose some of your better characters as you do these special ops missions, but none of them as important as the members on the missions that I'm telling you to skip on this spreadsheet. If I got it wrong, let me know down in the comments, but I don't. I have it right. Okay, on day number 5. I'm recommending that you skip mission number 7. That has Blade on it. You're going to run Night Stalkers that day. You're not going to run Night Stalkers without Blade. Are you dumb? And then on mission number 4, you're going to skip that one too because that has Man-Thing. Man-Thing literally runs Night Stalkers. Also, there's Orcus, and Lady Deathstrike is on mission 4. You try running Orcus without Lady Deathstrike at a high difficulty level and tell me how that works out for you. And Omega Sentinels on mission number 7. These are my recommendations. The link is down below. This is how you win Battleworld. You got to skip 2 of these special ops every day. It just doesn't make sense. And I'm not telling you this for any other reason than it's what we're doing. Right, this is what we're going to be doing. Today we're going to complete 7 of them. This will be the last day we ever do that. It'll never happen again. We're always going to skip 2 missions because we're not going to cripple out at least 5 players in our alliance, maybe 10 players in our alliance to get what? How many points? So right now we've cleared 6 missions. It's 4,000 points. Clearing 2 more rooms is 1,200 points. 1,200 points. It doesn't calculate. It doesn't math. The math isn't mathing because if you can't beat the mercenary node, you lose 2,700 points per player. Multiply it by 5. Okay, that's a lot of points. You don't want to lose that. Now, good news is you can never screw up the elite mission because you can't put your Astral characters or Pegasus characters into Spec Ops, but you don't want to lose all the points, especially from this Herald mission. Now, I am going to recommend another thing, and that is that you do the Herald mission first. So not only you want to set your Spec Ops characters before you start your missions, but the next thing you want to do is you want to go into the node that has the most, that's the hardest and has the most restrictive traits. So I want to go in here and do this now. Now, why do I want to go in here and do this now? Because I don't want to go to another node that uses mutant characters, right? And accidentally use my Old Man Logan. I can go accidentally use my Old Man Logan on the mutant node thinking, oh, well, he's going to be really good. And then I won't be able to use him in here. And then I'll be stuck trying to do this without Old Man Logan. I'll shoot myself in the foot because you can only use each character, say it with me, everybody, 1 time. I'm going to set this up the way I set this up in War, and we're going to go ahead and go on in here, and we're actually going to have some fun now. Because believe it or not, I think Battleworld is fun. Like, the game mode itself has potential. It's the Spec Ops that has just ruined the whole thing and put a horrible taste in people's mouth. Because it's so unintuitive and so unpleasant. So this is basically the boss node. We have like a keyed up Thor over there that needs to be taken care of. Or it's a Gwenum. A keyed up Gwenum. I want to make sure I kill this dog. That sounds horrible. I don't want to kill the dog. But if I don't, I know Cosmo will like heal and stuff. So if you got Old Man Logan, I mean, this really isn't going to be a problem for you. And really on this difficulty level, there's not much to worry about. But as we go up in difficulty levels, the only way you're going to beat this node is like with an Old Man Logan. That's the only way you're going to do it. You know what I mean? Not going to work out for you any other way. Right now, though, this is super easy. So I didn't have anything to worry about today. I could have dropped Old Man Logan 6 times over and have been fine. But yeah, I don't want to lose 2,700 points trying to get 1,000 points. It doesn't make any sense. For 5 people. Oh my God, this game mode. This game mode. All right, so that's beaten. And we're on to the next one. So now we'll go over to Mutant. Yeah. Well, you know what? We're not going to do Mutant yet because that's really open. We're going to do Villain and Global. We are going to do Mutant. I'm just all over the place today. But I should avoid Villains and Global. Right? Apocalypse is actually a global villain. And I'm going to get a bonus for Alpha Flight in this room. So I should try to use my Alpha Flight because they're going to get bigger stats. Oh, I've put like almost all of my Alpha Flight in Spec Ops. That's horrible. I literally have one Alpha Flight member. That's okay. You know what? I've got Extreme X-Men. I'll be okay today. I'd really worry about doing this on a high difficulty. I have shot myself in the foot. We really got to skip those rooms. Wow, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to try. I should probably just use Apocalypse, but I'm going to try to not use Apocalypse. I'm going to try to get away with Rogue here. Let's see if I can pull it off. If I can't, I believe I just cancel and then I try again. I believe I can do that. Don't hold me to it. We'll find out. But it's so easy, I don't think I'm going to have a problem. All right, Nightcrawler's coming in. He's deleting everybody. I'm going to hold Sunfire stuff. Yeah, this isn't going to be a problem. I don't need to worry about this. But on higher difficulties, might really be a problem that I got rid of my Alpha Flight. I just gave away the whole damn team. You might really want to watch that. Spread that out between different alliance members. Like, I wouldn't mind getting rid of, running this with 3 Alpha Flight. But running this with only 1 Alpha Flight on the highest difficulty would probably cause a lot of problems. Though Rogue kind of solves those problems, though, doesn't she? Nightcrawler helps out, too. So, not a problem at all today. All right, here comes in Gambit. When in doubt, Extreme X-Men kind of do rock, so that's good at least. All right, now I have my Apocalypse for that other node, so that's good. Clearing them out. Crappy gameplay for now, but the gameplay will get better as the difficulties increase. At least, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that we can have some fun figuring out which character combinations will be best in various game modes. Now, I get a bonus for Cabal. However, I gave away my Iron Patriot, and 2 Cabal kind of suck. Like, it's not... Like, Leader and Namor is not really good. The good news is I do have Apocalypse here. I can add Morgan Le Fay to that to get a little Horseman synergy and add an Agatha in there. That's probably fine. I've got Orcus as well, kind of on tap in case I want to use them. I think this is going to be more than enough. But we'll see. We'll see. And then thankfully today I didn't use my Pegasus anywhere so I can put them together. You also got to make sure you don't want to accidentally... use your Kestrel early if you can avoid it. That might really help to have the full Pegasus team together. Really, another big problem with Battleworld is that it's designed around you having the Astral team, which if you're a free-to-play or light spender, you're not going to have that Astral team for a very long time. So your alliance is going to be giving up a lot of points while you wait to get that Astral team, because at a certain difficulty level, Pegasus just doesn't do anything, which is a bit of a problem. Unless you want to sit there and put, tier 19, 3 diamonds on all of your Pegasus at this point, which I don't think any sane person wants to do. Though, of course, we do play Marvel Strike Force, so sanity is relative. All right, Morgan Le Fay took that wave out, and the Apocalypse Ultimate will handle this final wave. And really, with the ability to use Apocalypse on that, I don't think you have to worry what characters you have available, even at a high level. Probably doesn't matter. with Apocalypse. Since the node is like designed around Cabal. Okay. So now we just got the final mission. Overall, a much better experience today playing this after I had already set my Spec Ops characters. I don't have to have a spreadsheet in front of me every time I do my attacks. That's definitely better. That's how you're supposed to play this. You're supposed to set your Spec Ops and then come do the missions. If you do the missions and then the Spec Ops, you might find yourself, getting heat from your alliance. I mean, it's better that way. You want to make sure you get more points for your alliance if you clear your missions, but you won't get any bonus points if you do it that way. So I want to keep Doctor Strange and Moondragon in here, and I'd say the best 3 Pegasus to use with them is going to be Kestrel, Rescue, and Iron Man Infinity War. Rescue and Iron Man have very good synergies between them. Kestrel's just the best character on that team. Ironheart and Darkhawk, I think you're better off with Doctor Strange and Moondragon with their increased stats and damage that they get in this game mode. They become very, very good characters in here. So even just as a duo, they're stronger than the other 2 members of Pegasus. But once you have Astral and Pegasus, you're probably just going to use Astral, and Pegasus will never, ever be used ever. I was going to say you might want to use both teams, but you'll never use both teams. Pegasus is like a joke team. It's like an absolute farce that they've put Pegasus in here. They've just put Pegasus in here so that you have to buy Astral. That's the only reason why Pegasus is in here. So, because it's a team that's so damn useless, it will never be good. It's basically not a team. It's only here for those, for right now, because Astral isn't literally released yet, is the only reason why it's here. Because no Kraken or Whale can even have Astral right now, so they have to give you something. Ridiculous, man. That's going to be really funny when we're all pushing difficulty 5, but we can't beat this mission because only the Krakens and the Whales have Astral and regular players have no access to it. They're just trying. They're desperately trying to get like $50 to $100 to $200 from every single high-level player of the game to pressure them into beating Battleworld with their alliance, which is just one of the most insane cash grabs this game has ever done. I mean, this is this year's Thanos Giving, isn't it? Battleworld is basically Thanos Giving. All right, there it is. Easy. Like I said, that Doctor Strange, that Wong, they are really juiced up. That Moondragon. And I had a better time today. This part was fun. The 12 hours where I pulled my hair out trying to organize my alliance and figure out what the best way to tackle this was not fun. But thankfully you have this all in a brief for Mr. Hartgrave 20-minute video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of this. Let me know what you're doing down in the comments below. And Grave Diggers, keep digging.
He is I, and I am him, and I'm the undisputed trend Matt Taven. And this dork behind the camera, some Melvin told me to say, Grave Diggers keep on digging. Whatever that means.
I am AEW wrestler and Ring of Honor tag champ Mike Bennett. And remember, Grave Diggers keep digging, but not the monster truck. Even though my son really likes that monster truck, I kind of like Son of a Digger, and so I'm going off on a tangent about monster trucks because my son really loves monster truck, but we're talking about the YouTube channel, so make sure, Grave Diggers, keep on digging, baby.
So this is Mark doing one happy private party, saying what up to the Grave Diggers and doing your thing, bro.
Alright, like, subscribe, and watch another video, or be cursed. If you're cursed, that means the Grave Diggers will keep digging your graves, so you probably want to do it.